packed show. We're going to talk about Halloween, the hospitality show that you just went to. And then we'll talk a little bit about EnGenius support and also how to keep a client on just one AP.
Yeah.
So let's
I have
get
that
into
question.
it. So happy Halloween, everyone. So I have
Happy
Halloween on
Halloween.
the Rivian, so don't go near it. It's going to be scary. Um, so you just came back from the hospitality show. Where was that?
That was in Denver, Colorado.
Denver. How was Denver?
Denver was actually pretty nice. It got a little chilly, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, I just
Yeah.
went camping, so I was kind of used to like cold weather. But it was pretty nice actually. It rained. Did it rain? It rained a little bit, but yeah, it was very nice.
Do you feel the altitude like I remember when
I
I was in
I
Denver.
definitely do. I
Yeah.
definitely do.
Yeah.
I always notice that when like I go skiing or anything, like I do notice that right away.
Yeah.
Um, so heavy breathing on short walks,
Yeah.
all that,
Be
and climbing
careful with the
stairs.
drinks. You notice if you have a couple beers, like
Yeah, yeah.
definitely feels better. So what about the hospitality show? So what is that like?
The hospital. Well, okay. So there's a couple shows around, like for hotel like owners,
Yeah.
property owners, managed service providers, system integrators, and the hospitality show. There's technology being talked about, but not really kind of like what we offer, right? We offer.
It's like everything for the hotel group, right? Like
Yeah, you're talking like from food services to actual food to there's some technology, there's door access, there's all types of stuff there, right? So
did you see the companies with the EV chargers? Like
I
the
did. Yeah,
yeah.
I did. There was a couple around us. So there's a couple of the EV charger companies out there. Um, some property management software companies for sure.
Yeah.
Like Agilus was there. I think Oracle was there.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, okay.
and then there's like some gateway companies like with pneumatics. We were
Mm,
there. Um, what was the other company that I was just thinking about? Solutions Inc. or Solution Inc. out of Canada. They were also there. They're actually a partner of ours. But yeah, the show for us, we won't go to that show next year.
mm.
It was very light traffic. There was 2 days, and it was from 11 until 5 the first day, and then 11:30 to 4:30, I think, or 4 the second day. Super light traffic. We had really good conversations with people, so the quality was definitely there because it felt if you had a person coming up to your booth, you were talking technology, and they weren't there for technology, so there was
Right.
definitely interest from the person coming up, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so we did get to, and maybe that was a benefit to us, right? There weren't too many vendors there. HPE was there, and we were there really.
Okay.
None of the other, like Ruckus, I think they were walking the show, but they weren't really there in presence in regards to like a booth or, I
Mm.
didn't see Cisco, I didn't see um, some of the other brands, right? So maybe that was a benefit. But we spoke to a lot of people on the first day and some people on the second day. Second day was super super slow. But all in all, it was an okay show. I would have went there with a smaller booth.
Mm. Now,
Next year, I won't go. I won't go back.
so what we really want is more like the technology implementers to come by and see what you have to offer, right? Like and
Yeah.
and people that actually have issues with their Wi-Fi that they want to have solved, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a couple conversations around point to point. I think a lot of people, we either get like, oh, I didn't know you guys did point to point, connecting buildings together or
Yeah.
whatever it is, or that's what they use us for is point to point, and then they discover that, oh no, you have a whole ecosystem that caters to the hotel industry in regards to IT infrastructure or network infrastructure. So and then the phone system, our phone system, the Durafone is did really well in the hospitality market. So a lot of people have used that phone.
Yeah.
You have security communication, you have maintenance communication.
Oh
So
yeah.
that phone actually performs really well in hotels on
And
like
it's a
long
great
range
lead-in
communication.
at these shows because like the last one I went to, they were coming up there like, "Oh yeah, we use your phone. We didn't know you had Wi-Fi," or it's like,
Yeah,
"What?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah. Like, how
know,
do you not know that? Like, we've been doing it for so long, but
yeah, 20 years you've been using the phone. You must have looked at the website." Like,
that phone's been around a long time, and like the technologies, like how we transmit has not changed, but the phone style, the durability, the feature sets have all changed, right? But
yeah, and
like
it's even like SIP phone now and all that, right? Like you can,
SIP, and then we even increase the range of. We have something called the door phone room, where the bases will communicate with one another and they'll pass off
oh,
phone
it's
calls.
like a
So you're
mesh.
talking like a million square foot kind of coverage
Yeah,
situation. So it's like
yeah. So
really ridiculous.
it's a good lead in.
Yeah.
All right, so hospitality show not so great for the Wi-Fi business, but it's always good to get out there, because they're always looking for better Wi-Fi. Like I saw your booth, like you have to lead. The way I lead in is, do you have good Wi-Fi? Everyone has Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
All the hotels have Wi-Fi. Do you have good Wi-Fi? Oh wait, no.
I
So
have Wi-Fi, but yeah, I don't have good Wi-Fi.
so that's the way I lead in because like they'll always say no. Like there's always an
Yeah.
issue, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and
and
we did make adjustments to the booth communication like from that show, right? So
yeah,
and I will say people do walk up and go, "Oh yeah, I mean, I know you guys do Wi-Fi, right?"
yeah,
So and then the conversation is like, "Okay, what else do you guys do besides Wi-Fi?"
yeah,
So you talk about the full breadth. One of the big things that we were talking about is our surveillance system, the AI camera system,
yeah,
which came up a lot, and talking into more detail on like how that is beneficial in the hospitality market,
yeah, for sure.
which is a big deal for sure.
Yeah,
So
I mean those cameras, you can basically put them everywhere. You're installing access points, you're installing PoE switches, so now you can have the cameras in the same cloud.
yeah,
So you don't have to like deal with any other vendors, right? Like it's all right there.
yeah, it's all right there. In fact, like if they have cameras already deployed, which in most cases they do, you can bring those legacy cameras into the cloud and manage them through the cloud as well.
Yes.
So that's another big benefit.
And you can bring the AI clouds into a legacy NVR, because they do support RSTP.
You can also do that
Yeah.
as well. So um, we will launch a system called EVS, which is an EnGenius Video Solution, which will allow you to onboard those legacy cameras, but also implement AI abilities on those cameras in regards to being able to
Yeah,
search the
that's
video.
pretty cool. Like that,
Yeah,
the AI stuff's very definitely interesting. I actually moved my ECC 100 out to the street now, so I can like, uh, you know, I see cars going by. I can say, oh, did a red car go by? How many cars went
yeah,
by? And it'll just like show me results, right? Um,
yeah, yeah,
so it's interesting. I'm just starting to play around with some of the contextual searches to see, if anything did happen in the neighborhood, like, did a fox run by or was there a bear
yeah.
out there? Like it can find things like that, right? Um,
Yep, yeah. We did make some modifications that will be coming out that were animal specific. Like if
oh,
you're
nice.
if you're searching like specific animals and things like that, it'd be able to identify that.
Yeah.
And we will be going to in November. So we are going to. I know we're kind of sidetracking to ISC East show, which is in New York. So you should be able to go. You should go to that
I'm
show.
gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. So you can meet us in person at that show.
Yeah, so we'll be at that show. Our lead engineer for surveillance will be there, and we'll have three pretty amazing demos running.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it'd be pretty cool.
All right, we're gonna hit that one up for sure.
Yeah,
All right, so then let's talk about ingenious support. So,
yeah,
in regards to be like ingenious partners, right? So, like, sometimes the switches are priced so well, with so many features, free cloud,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
that people will see them in, 5-year warranty. They're like, well, why is it so cheap? And
Yeah, they
what
question
am I
it.
missing here? Is there no support? Like, so, so I mean, if you're, so Brian, take it from there. Like,
Yeah, so the first thing you can do, so if you're a system integrator, you're a managed service provider or dealer, I would say the first thing you do is become a partner. Because becoming a partner, you get a dedicated point of contact at EnGenius that
mhm,
can do pre-sales and post-sales, right? So, even after the fact. And they're all technically trained. So they have experience in point to point. They have experience with the Duraphone. They have experience in the networking world, Wi-Fi world. Um, so you have that point of contact. They can actually escalate. So, say for example, you're a partner and you go out on a call and you're trying to troubleshoot on site. You can even call that point of contact at EnGenius, and they'll transfer you directly to our customer service team that is, certified in like a multiple ways
yeah,
and be able to help you and support you in troubleshooting whatever the issue is. So there is a lot of benefit to that. So yeah, we know like because we're original manufacturing facility. We own our own manufacturing facility, so we can come out with aggressive price points, so people are always surprised. But we also know we have to provide the support of it, right? So
right.
we know like the more we sell, the more support we need to have, and so we do have that in place. So you know, we want our partners to take advantage of that. So the first thing you should do if you're reselling, you're buying equipment from Jeff and you're reselling it, become a partner. That's the first thing you want to do.
For sure. And of course, you can always ask me any questions. If I can't figure it out, I'll roll it up to Ingenious. But usually I can, for my customers, I can help them 90% of the time, right? So,
Yeah, I think the one thing that you should probably talk about yourself is that the major benefit with Keenan Systems is your technical ability, and everybody should know that we actually work with you on beta testing and bug fixing, like finding bugs and things like that. So very, very technical level. So you're not only getting a distributor with the value add of, you're getting that great pricing, but you're also getting a value add,
yeah,
which is the
we're
technical
not just shipping
technical work.
boxes. Like I look at every order and I make sure you're ordering the right thing. And if you have any questions, I answer.
Yeah.
And when you get them, if you have any problems, I'm usually able to fix it.
Yeah, and the one thing, just to bring up something specific around that. So if I come to you and I go, oh, I'm going to buy the ECW 536 4x4x4 Wi-Fi 7 access point, and I want to buy that really inexpensive ECS 1008P. What are
Yeah,
you going to tell me?
it's not going to work. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, not enough
Yeah.
power. And I've run into that problem this week with some Ruckus customers. They were trying to order some cheap PoEs that didn't have enough power. They were trying to
Oh
run a
yeah.
PoE plus plus AP, and they're like, it's just blinking, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I try to avoid that. I try to not even sell it until I know they got the right configuration. Um, so yeah, but register as a partner if you're reselling, like not just if you're just buying one, or
Yeah.
you're just trying to set up your home network or something. That's not a partner activity. You need to have a website and be a
Yeah.
legit company, right?
Yeah.
Um, so so that's good. Other Wi-Fi and network hardware vendors like require support contracts a lot of times to even talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
whereas Ingenious will, support everyone. There's different levels of support though. Like if you're just a home user, you're buying one thing, don't expect to have 24/7 support on that.
That's right. Yeah, like if you're just going online and just buying offline from just whoever, um, you're going to get support, but you're going to probably get the chat service first.
Yeah,
If you call in, you're going to wait. You're going to wait in line, that kind of
yeah,
thing. Whereas partners have a point of contact that it's either going to be you or it's going to be our account managers
yeah.
that have the technical ability and can make things happen pretty quickly.
And if you're already using the Ingenious Cloud, you mentioned the chat, the intercom in the cloud is actually good. If it's not like a mission critical problem, you're just
Yeah.
like wondering how to do this, use that intercom, right? And
Yeah.
what the good thing there is they can see, if you allow them, they can see your network, what you're doing. And if something was actually bad, they can issue an RMA. They'll have the serial numbers and all that stuff right in there.
That's right. And in some cases with our partners, we actually shift them to that system because of it gives us greater visibility and it allows us to troubleshoot faster, basically.
Yeah, and the whole, all of EnGenius support can see that, right? Like if once they open a ticket.
Yeah, customer service sees that, product management sees that,
Yeah.
engineering sees that, management sees that. So there's a lot
So
going
yeah,
on
I
there.
would use that first. And then, if you're not getting the kind, and it may take a little while for response from that. They're not going to immediately get back to you, but you'll have it.
Once you, I'm going to
Yep.
interject here. So like when you, yeah, when you connect, when you ask the question, there might be a period of time or response, but when that person responds, be ready because they ask a question, you're responding, so there's a conversation going back and forth. If you leave that conversation and then come back, you're going to just wait again. So once you
Yeah.
get somebody, you want to keep them on the you want
Yeah.
to keep them on that chat as much as possible.
And they'll actually open a support case once they see there's a problem, right? And then
Yeah.
and then it'll go on from there. So
Yep.
yeah, that definitely use that as it's a great way because it can be linked to your EnGenius cloud. They can see exactly what's going on.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
all right, one other thing we want to talk about. You had an actual configuration.
Yeah, I had one of our partners actually reach out to me through LinkedIn and ask a question about, hey, I have a thermostat and it's sitting between two access points and it keeps flipping back and forth, right?
Yeah,
So what do you do in that scenario? You want to lock it down, right? You want to lock that thermostat down to one access point. So my initial thoughts were like, you can go into radio configurations and you can set your minimum bit rate to be like high. It could be 12 megabits per second. It can be
yeah,
even higher than that. And what you're saying, you can set it to 18, you can set it to 24. What you're saying is, hey, only allow devices that are fairly close to connect at the higher rate. So, like if I set it to 24 megabits per second, that device will have to sit pretty close to the AP to connect.
yeah,
If there's another AP in earshot, it might only be able to connect at 6. So it's not going to connect to that one. It's only going to connect to the one that's set to the better minimum bit rate. So that's one way to do it. And then there's also like RSSI threshold. You're basically doing the same thing. You're saying like it has to be a really clean signal from the thermostat to the access point. So I'm going to set a strict setting for that and say only connect if the RSSI is like really really clean.
yeah,
So it's kind of demanding the client device to go, nope, that one I can't connect at a really clean RF connection, but I can to this one, so I'm going to connect to that guy. That's one way of doing it. So you can do it through the radio configurations. The other way to do it, and the easier way to do it, and I think that's what a lot of people. This is what a lot of people do, and you and I have talked about it. Is for like a thermostat as an IoT device, and it needs connectivity, right? So what you do is you create an SSID called maybe IoT, and those say you have 5 access points that are all broadcasting SSIDs. That one IoT SSID can broadcast on a single AP, and all your thermostats can connect to that one AP, or you can change it up depending
yeah.
on the location of the thermostat, right? So you can create an SSID specifically for that thermostat and have it connect.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean we do that. Like if you have an access point in your garage, you only want the cars to connect to that one access point, right? So, or let's say you have a pool in the backyard, you want your pool equipment to connect to that one access point. You don't want them trying to connect to the ones inside the house, right?
Right.
Um, so yeah, you can localize devices that way. I mean, it does give a single point of failure, I guess.
It
If
does, yeah.
AP goes down, but Um, in reality, if an AP goes down, you're gonna know it and you're gonna fix it, right? Like,
It's going to be more than that one device that has a problem. Yeah, you're going to have to fix it. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. If you have an AP down, even one down, you'll see. So those thermostats won't work. You'll find the AP is not working. You have to replace it or fix it or what have you, right?
Yeah. And
Um,
you can actually you can take that, creating the SSID and having it broadcast on one SSID, that's
what?
one avenue. But if it's broadcasting on multiple, you can actually lock the MAC address down to the SSID as well.
Mm,
So you can also do that. You can add allow list, put in the
yeah,
MAC address of the thermostat. You could put a comment like thermostat in hallway 1 or something like that, and then lock it down to a particular SSID.
yeah.
So you can do that as
And there
well.
may be a way to do it on the client side too. I'm not sure with the exact thermostat, but like if sometimes you'll see the MAC address of the AP, right?
Yeah.
In the BSSID, you could lock it down. The client say, "Oh, I'm only connecting to that one MAC address."
Right. Right. Right.
Um, so you could do it that way too. Probably not anymore. I don't even know if like a lot of the clients allow you to do that anymore.
Yeah. So the one thing that I should kind of point out is if you go to configuration and you go to client access control and you go to the allow list and you add a client device like a thermostat, you're putting in the MAC address, you're putting in a comment, you're saying, okay, I want to lock it to this SSID, and you can lock it down to a particular SSID,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you can do that on top of, maybe the RF settings as well. So
yeah, yeah. The RF settings it's interesting, but you may affect other devices too in some way that you weren't expecting.
yeah, you got to be cautious of that.
You gotta be careful about that. And one other thing, like if it is a thermostat or an IoT device like that, you probably want to have a WPA2
Yes.
SSID anyway. Because your other devices, most of them can connect to WPA3 at this point, but not these these not IoT devices or even like I don't even know if a lot of the vehicles will connect to WPA3. I think you may still need WPA2. So just don't forget about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about the I'll have to test that with the Tesla. I'm not sure if it will connect.
I
You
think I
may already
like
know.
mixed maybe. Like mixed is okay. It can sometimes cause problems too though.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't
Um,
I need to probably try
right.
that.
Like you won't be able to get 6 gigahertz with mixed. You need to be just WPA3.
Yeah. Huh.
Um, so all right, guys. So there you go. There's our podcast for